focusing on perfection, because while speaking, we can't speak that perfectly. That is good for exams and all that, writing paper and all. Fine, do it. But while communicating, humans cannot have this kind of accuracy. And this is the English anxiety test. Hello there. This video is about your anxiety about English. This video will help you to understand exactly why you aren't able to speak effortlessly, freely, why you are stuck, why you are worried, why you are anxious while speaking, why you aren't able to frame sentences like a native speaker, why you aren't able to develop your language like a small child. If you have a small child, you may have seen that a small child, when he is 3 and 4 years old, when he goes to school, he starts developing this language. But you aren't able to develop this fluency and this confidence. What's the reason? And the reason is, I'm going to prove you with a test. I'm going to take a test. And this is the test. And I'm sure that this kind of test you have never taken before. Well, no, I'm not talking about the type of test, but the way you look at the test is different. It's all about mindset about English. I have been telling this since day one, and today I'm going to prove you this. So this is the test which I'm going to offer you. Pause the video. These are the 10 questions. I mean, they start from 40. It doesn't matter. These are the 10 questions. You have to answer these 10 questions. And you have to just write down 40 to 50. What are your answers? What is the kind of question? Simple it is. This is a sentence, for example. This is a sentence. It has part A, part B, and part C, and part D. It's not a part D, but these are the options A, B, C, and D. You have to read this sentence and you have to tell which part of the sentence has an error. Which part has an error, and if there is no error, your answer will be D. Clear with this? So I will do one thing. I will step aside. This will be on the full screen. Pause your video, give the test, and then let us move forward, and then I'll tell you how actually your mindset and psychology works. Okay? So you have given this test. Now I know what you're thinking about. Okay, Sandeep Patil, tell me the answers. What are the answers? Out of 10, how many I got correct? That's going on at the back of your mind, right? Exactly, exactly. Now this is what I want to tell you. And this is the mistake we do. This is the way we approach our communication and our fluency and our speaking. We want this kind of accuracy, we want perfection, and if you read the sentences, you will feel like, well, where is the error? I mean, all is fine. And this kind of accuracy is called as perfectionism. Perfectionism. And this is what they test in exams. And for exams, it's fine, because they just want to test your English level. But while communicating, this kind of perfection and accuracy is not required. And if that's what you're trying to do. Go and see all the videos on YouTube. What they're doing, they're just teaching this. They are just teaching you perfection. They are just teaching you how to be perfect. And that is the problem. Communication doesn't work in this way. When you communicate with someone, you don't need this kind of accuracy, this kind of precision, because it's a language, and language can be improved only when you don't try and speak precisely and perfectly. Only then language becomes effective. Why you aren't able to communicate effectively? Understand? Ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. Now, I know there are many, let me tell you, there are many, if you are a grammar teacher, you are going to comment here. I know what you're going to comment, that what he's teaching to make mistakes and all, what kind of channel this is and all. I know that. That's what we have been programmed. My grammar teacher programmed me in the same way. That is what happened with me as well. Our grammar teacher, if you bring a grammar teacher, she will say, oh yeah, this is error, here is error, here is error. And if you get 10 correct, she will say, hooray, you are great, you are very good in English. And that's the problem we have, dear friends. That is the way it works. And in real life, when you talk in English, in real life, in day-to-day situations, people don't have time. They will recognize this kind of mistakes. It never works in this way. When we talk in English, this kind of precision and accuracy is not required. If you are trying to do this, if you're watching such videos, if you're trying to study grammar perfection, you will never be able to speak. Just give it up, ditch it. You are not required to have this kind of precision. So then Okay, one more thing I'll tell you. Many of you will not agree with me. I'm sure about this. You will not agree with me. Many of you will say that, but what do you mean? We should make errors. We should speak perfect English. Oh, and at it, this, that, those, all must be perfect. Not required. If you see, understand what I'm trying to tell you. If you focus on all these kind of things, you will never be able to use them. But if you forget them, you will be able to use them. Understand, this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you forget all these things, perfection, everything, you will be able to use them. Just let it go. Just leave this kind of obsession with perfection. Give it up and just start communicating, start speaking. Okay, what I'm saying is, these words, you don't need this kind of accuracy. These words will come. These words, your English will improve. It will improve. You have to talk, you have to listen, you have to read. All these things which I already have told you in all my videos, they will work. But you are not required to do this kind of stupid things, focusing on perfection, because while speaking, we can't speak that perfectly. That is good for exams and all that, writing paper and all. Fine, do it. But while communicating, humans cannot have this kind of accuracy, and this is the English anxiety test. I know what you're saying, Sandeep Patil sir, please tell me what are the answers. And I'm not going to tell that. I'm not going to, because that's not going to help. That's not going to help you. Give up this. If you trust me, follow my methods. I know you have tried with all the videos. I know you have tried with all this kind of questions and writing the notes. In communication, this never works. Communication is action. Communication is about doing, it's about talking, it's about conveying the message, it's about making mistakes. Only then you improve. What do you agree? Do you agree with me? Write in the comments. Do you agree with me? I'm very eager to know about this. This is the English anxiety test. And while giving this test, if you were anxious, and most of you, I'm sure you were anxious, then you won't be able to speak confidently. So don't try and master this. It's not going to help you. Okay? Open up, communicate, make mistakes. Don't focus on that. Don't even think about that. Just focus on communicating your message. Don't focus on all these small errors. You will be anxious. Hope you got it. Namaste. Namaste. Goodbye. Thank you.